this SERB project review committee, advisory committee for many projects. And throughout the year, traveling somewhere at some point, at every week, somewhere at some point for these reviews. And so it's my personal view, what is basically lacking some of the applicants, and what is the kind of mistake they do. And not only that, that means some kind of do's and don'ts, which we are supposed to focus on. So basically what we need to, because most of them, I feel that most of them participants are basically from institutes, universities, or private universities, or private colleges, and they wanted to basically aspiring to get some projects in their. So how do we look at when some applications are coming, and whatever I am telling now, sometimes you have to keep an eye on. There will be some new things which are coming up. That also I will tell. So I have only one slide, but with that slide, I will just go one by one. So I'll share my slide so that you have clarity on. Hope this slide is clear. Is this slide clear, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is clear, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Fine, sir.
Fine. So basically, effective rating of funded projects. And first of all, before I go to the general setup, do's and don'ts, let us understand in India, which agency is really providing a huge amount of projects. You have to remember that recently the cabinet has approved the kind of national science foundation, like US has a national NSF. So similarly, there is a setup. There is going to be a setup here. So all the project sponsored projects, I call it as a government funded sponsor. I am just concerned about government, central government funded sponsored project. It is called sponsored projects. Okay. So they are going to have some new rules, putting all the projects under one roof, and there is going to be a big committee. And those things are not yet come, but let us see what is happening right now. What is today? All those things will come under. So one of the largest agency providing the project to this one is SERB. Earlier it was under DST, Department of Science and Technology. Then they started this 10 years before. They started the Science and Engineering Research Board. It is an autonomous statutory board. They are the one who has the large amount of sponsored projects for various research institutes across India. Not research institutes, but various universities. When I say research, teaching and research institutes, private university, private colleges, central institutes, central universities, state universities, and so on. So they have a complete coverage of India from Kashmir to, from north to south, east to west. Completely, they have that. So one of the major thing, many of you might be knowing, those who are already applied on different projects, So many of you might be knowing about this, but still we need to know about it because it's my responsibility to tell that what is it about. Okay. So it was originally with the DST. We normally call DST SERB, but no, they call it as SERB, Science and Engineering Research Board. A huge funding, sponsored projects from the central government. Through this, coming through all the institutes, this is one of the biggest funding agency in India. Okay, like I will equate this one to in Germany, there's DFG, the huge funding agencies. Every country has their own research funding agency, government research funding agency. So this is one of the government research funding agency, has a full autonomy, and this particular funding agency has different sections. For example, mathematical sciences, one program advisory committee, there will be a chairman. Chemical sciences, there will be one program advisory committee, there will be a chairman. Then engineering sciences, there will be a chairman, then committee members. Then biological sciences. Then you have so various aspects of science and engineering. They have a program advisory committee, and all your projects, and the committee will have a chairman. Chairman will have a core members, and there will be some invited members. So I was core member in so many core member or special invited, so many committees, so many PAC. So now what is important is, so under this, what are all the things right now available to us? Today, if you go to the site, some of the evaluations are already ongoing. Some of them are new advertisements are new, what is that, call for has come. And the results are over. Now we have announced the outcome also. So let us understand what is it, the SERB government. Most of you know about it, but still I want to, that's not a bad idea to repeat what is available to us. Then I can get into that. How do we do that? What mistake generally the PIs, project investigator, okay, I'll do that. So first is the CRG, core research grant. Okay. Second is EMEQ, empowerment and equity opportunity for excellence in science. Third is PROVER, which is another important thing, which promoting opportunities for women in exploratory research. Many of you know about Matrix. So mathematical research impact centric support need not be only for mathematics, also physics, also chemistry, also economics, also biology, also engineering. They can apply to this, but your thing should be, I'll come to that point one by one. Then startup research grant, it's very important. SUPRA, that is scientific and useful profound research advancement. Is it okay? Slides are okay? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Everything is going fine, sir.
Fine. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So scientific and useful profound research advancement, SUPRA. IRFA, intensification of research in high priority areas. Then accelerate Vigyan. There are two important things, Karyashala and Vritika. So this is another huge success program. SIRE, it's SERB International Research Experience. That is also one of the best initiative of SERB. Okay. ITS, International Travel Support. FIRE, Fund for Industrial Research Engagement. SURE, SURE, State University Research Excellence. then assistant to organizing conference and symposia. Then you have national PDF. It is not faculty centric. National PDF, which I have not written here, it is not faculty centric. It is a PDF, postdoctoral fellow, national postdoctoral fellow, and you have to choose the students who have completed PhD and looking for postdocs and doing in different top institutes of India. They can also. There is no this one. Only thing you have a fresh PhD and you are looking for a postdoc. So a national postdoc. These are all the complete 360 degrees schemes available today at SERB on different timelines. Okay. Then we have some of these things may not be applicable for individuals. Okay. For example, not an individual faculty or individual researcher. Even the researchers from labs can apply. That is also possible. Researcher from labs, not that confined only to projects are confined only to the research institutes, teaching and research institutes or universities. It is also applicable to research research labs. Like CSIR has so many research labs. In Chennai, you have a structural engineering lab. Then in Karaikudi, there is a lab. So there are in Bangalore, you have so many CSIR labs. Across India, you have so many CSIR labs. Across India, you have so many DRDO labs, defense labs. So there are so many labs. Some labs also one can apply to get those projects. Then other funding agency, as you know, the Department of Science and Technology. So there is now the DST is confined to major projects, major connections, international connections. For example, DST and DAAD, German Academic Exchange Service, has a collaborative projects and supporting collaborative projects. One institute from India, one institute from Germany. So 1+1. So they are supporting good amount of money for the collaborative research. And the moment you talk about collaborative research, there is a movement from back and forth. That is supported by DST and DAAD, and DST and DFG projects. And DST, DFG 2+2 projects, 2 industries and 2 1+1 industry and one institute. Similarly, in Germany, 1 industry and 1 institute. So like that, DST has an even much larger scale. Then you have projects from CSIR, Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, and then you have NBHO for mathematics, National Board for Higher Mathematics. And there are various departments like Department of Electronics and Central Department, government. Every department has its own Naval Research Board. Okay, Naval Research Board. They have every on a particular specific areas. Okay, but in general, what is important is, because those things are applicable, but what is important, applicable across India, across all the institutes, because my concern is confining to the faculty, because I am assuming that those who are attending, listening to this lecture, are individual faculty working in as assistant professor or associate professor or professor, working in various institutes, okay, and maybe in IITs or NITs or some private universities or state universities or some engineering colleges. So you have all these things. So how do we? And we are seeing the applications, huge, large amount of applications from various across India, from various places. when I was asking about what to do, because it should be very depending upon what type of project you are going to apply. You don't have a generic setup for applying for all types of projects. So that is why you have to be very, very careful. If you are serious about the project, in getting the project, first of all, you have to be very, very careful for what purpose you are going to apply. And that is the reason I am coming for general setup, do's and don'ts. Let us start with that. So what is the fundamental thing we have to do as a research proposal? You are proposing, because it's a project, it's a research project, please understand. It is a research project. All the things which you are funded in this lineup are related to a research project, connected to a research project. So that is why it is called sponsored research. In our institutes like IIT or NIT, we have a sponsored research. This is public funding. The money is coming from the public fund. It is central government is giving you through SERB, and it is a public money. That's called sponsored projects. If it is from industry, it is not a project. You are doing a consultancy service. You are doing public sector company or different. It become a consultancy, or in a project confined to that industry, that is different. Because they come to a person and ask the help to do this, and it will be a more of consultancy. And some cases it will be elevated to a project. But this is a sponsored project. Please understand. When you are applying, so I am that now my audience are the aspiring PIs, project investigators. PIs or project investigators. So when you are applying for a project, what type of thing you are going to apply? That is important thing. So what is the fundamental thing which we have seen across? Okay, our success rate. Please understand. If you have our success rate on this particular project, irrespective of any institute, just because you are from IIT or you are from IISc or you are from top institute, you get the project. No, never. We check the quality. The committee thoroughly check the quality of your proposal. So when you are applying for this one, what type of project I am going to apply? Is it what is the thing I am going to, as a PA, I have I have certain project, I have certain idea. I have a nice idea and I wanted to make it to work. I need some funding. Fundamentally, why you need a project, sponsored project? Why you need the funding? Because institute cannot give, even IITs cannot give to individual faculty huge amount of money. You have to write the project and get the money. So in order to set up a lab, and in order to have equipment, in order to have even high-end systems, in order to have a higher junior research fellow, you want to hire some good students, to attract good students, in order to hire some PDFs, in order to hire some so that you have a research team, and based on the project you have a team, you are developing a team, and you need all these equipments, to stationery, to travel, to collaboration, to the complete guidance, to whatnot, through which your goal you are achieving, what you are committed you are achieving. Then once one project is successful, then when you are applying on improvisation on a different area, you will be in a position to get, because end of it project will be evaluated how you have completed. So based on your performance, you will keep on getting some good projects, good papers. So what I am saying is, when you are writing a project, I am not bothering about copy, as a PI, project investigator, please be clear about what type of project you are going to apply, what is your aim. What mistake people will do, I will tell you. Most of the private university, even most of the state universities, and most of the faculty from even some of the top institutes, they wanted to get the project, apply for the project, to get their project funding, just because in their promotion, assistant to associate professor or associate to professor, they have to show that there is a project. If in your eligibility criteria, one of the criteria should be a project. Have you earned some money? Have you got some good projects to the institute? Because institute is getting the overhead, 20% of overhead or 10% of overhead institute is getting. If it is a 1 crore project, imagine 10% of 1 crore. It's a good money to the institute. So institute will put, because in order to encourage, but you should not apply for just because I want to get a promotion, some type of project, I want to just get it. You give me some project so that I show it in my biodata that I got a project, I have a paper, so I am getting a promotion, assistant to associate to professor, I am getting fundamentally wrong. Fundamentally wrong. Most of the cases we are just seeing that the persons are applying just because they wanted to get the, otherwise they will not be shortlisted. They will not be shortlisted for next positions. Just because you want to be shortlisted for the next position, any project, even 1 lakh project or 2 lakhs project, even 3 lakhs project, some money you give, you name it as a project, sponsored project, you give it to me. I don't bother about how much money I am bringing, but I want to have a sponsored project, and that is good for me. So that in order to appear for me to this one, this is a fundamental wrong thinking. How one project should emerge? Because you have some ideas, you want to get into that idea. In order to do that, okay, and you have a lot of new thoughts, new novel ideas, and you wanted to have a lab, you wanted to have a setup, you wanted to have a team, you wanted to hire your own students, where the institutes cannot keep on giving to each and every faculty, and that is why they are asking you to apply. And the institute, they are not doing nothing wrong. But just because you want to have a promotion to apply a project, that means you don't have any idea on what to write the project. There is a need. There is a need for you. So I am thinking even in mathematical, abstract mathematics, I am thinking in this particular idea. So I want to have some good collaborations. So when you do the serious research, serious publications, I am telling you, you automatically come out with such a plan. Which project, you will be very clear about which project I can apply, which particular category I can apply. Not for promotion. Please, all the projects which have been sanctioned so far, all these things, they have all these things. It's fundamentally, they have the idea. They have that one that they deliver. They all have delivered. The deliverable through the publications, high quality publications. So the project should come from your research thinking, not as your promotional constraints. Number one. Number two, you all, many of them all have the idea of having a co-PA. Okay, co-project investigator. PA is a project investigator, principal investigator. Co-PA is a co-principal investigator. PA is the principal investigator or project investigator, and co-PA is a co-PA. What do they do? In many of the cases, what we have seen, since the PA, the principal investigator who is proposing the project, just he wanted to have the project, and since he is not having a supporting publications, he or she is not having a supporting publications, they will put one person as a co-PA, maybe from the same institute or maybe from other institute, where they have the publications, or maybe some retired faculty, they attach them because they have a very long list of, by the experience, they have very long list of publications. So This will, the co-PI, co-principal investigator, who is in a position or some other position, and he will say, okay, fine, you put my name and no problem, we will do that. So the co-PI is basically on your comfort. Because the individual PI who is planning to apply for the project do not have enough publication, do not have any credentials. First of all, what is your credentials? Or no idea about the, what he or she going to do. Then it is better to have a co-PI. Then co-PI will tell you that what are all the things you are supposed to do. Then show the co-PI publication rather than the principal investigator publication, which we have seen in so many cases. Fundamentally wrong. Fundamentally wrong. The committee will quickly tell what is where is the thing flaw. If PI, principal investigator, who is writing the project, for the PI, the institute has given the authority. Please, when you are applying, you have to get the institute authority because you are going to execute the project in the same institute. So your dean and your director or your chairman all are signing. If the project is given, it will be given, the money will be sent to your institute. Then you are doing some co-PA and you just keep writing a project thinking that when I put co-PA has a good publication in order to support. So through which I will get the project. Once I am getting the project, I am eligible for associate professor where I can appear, or I am eligible for professor where I can submit and result. Otherwise, if these restrictions are not there, what you are planning? You are planning, even if the institute are not putting this restriction, what you will do? You will not ever bother about to write such a project. Since institutes are putting these restrictions, meaning this should be the eligibility criteria, then you are applying for the project. Otherwise, all these type of people will never write the project. You will not go and search for co-PAs. Why co-PA? When you want to have a co-principal investigator, it should be a natural synergy. Yes, I have a PA. My co-PA will complement it may be from the same institute, it may be from the same department, or maybe from the different department. He will complement whatever I do this way. If I am doing theoretical, he will complement in experimental. Or if I am a PA as experimental, he will complement in the theoretical or in the computational thing. So I have such a complement combination. So it's excellent to have you both together sit together and how to write the project. So in 80% cases, whatever you see, where we have PA and co-PA, then the co-PA credentials are much better than the PA. Then we could easily understand that in order to somehow mask or shadow the PA thing, so co-PA will be projected. You can easily identify, the committee will easily identify. So your credentials, when you are applying for the project, you should have a natural way of, yes, I have a problem, I need this, I want to work on this, through which I can get this. And in order to take it further, I need some financial support. If I have a financial support where the government agencies are supporting like SERB, then I have through which I can use it for my anything related to my research, buying equipment, buying computer, buying the laptop, and hiring PhD students, hiring a postdoc, bringing the collaborators, and visiting various institutes to do my part of my research thing and execute the project. I am enjoying doing this project, through which I have very good, excellent publications. Whatever I have committed, I am now delivering, and through the publications. So the first and foremost thing, should be in your mind, should be why you need such a project. For most of the cases, what will happen is you don't know any direction on this project. The individual PAs Some of the individual PA do not have any direction of the project, just they want to have the project. And they wanted to have a co-PA. So, these are all the things which you are not supposed to do. It should be emerging. The co-PA should be a natural synergy between you and another researcher. Bringing in some retired professors who are sitting and this one, they are showing their publication. Or bringing another faculty who are from other institute who has a very long list of publication. Or attaching this, PA is very important. We look at only the PA credentials, please understand. Then if co-PA is complement, then it's fantastic. So now, another thing, just to want to get the promotion and want to get this, just to get the project, blindly applying some keywords. Blindly. Whether you have got experience or not, blindly applying some keywords. Because if I am writing a project on some areas I may not be able to get, so I use artificial intelligence. Today, the talk of the town is artificial intelligence. Or I use machine learning. Or I use data science. Or I use statistical time series modeling. Or I use so many combinations of virtual reality. Or I use numerical simulation. Some of these keywords, they just use it in your project title. So you don't know how to give your, but first thing in your project is a project title should come because of your work on what is that you are going to work automatically or naturally. It's not that you have the fire in your this one saying that yes, I want to have the project, I need the funding, I can take the student, I can set up a lab or I can set up a system here. If it is mathematics, I can set up a system. Then I can expand the lab. Everything I earn. I write the project, I get the project and I earn and I have this idea and my ideas are working out. Do you have such a thing? More 80% you are compulsions for your promotion. That is why co-PA, that is why without any idea using machine learning, what is it? Whether you have machine learning or whether you have done any artificial intelligence, have you done any previous work on that in order to substantiate that you can, in your project, the machine learning can be added? And another important thing in mathematics is the fractional equations. Fractional equations, differential equation, fractional. Then they use stochastic fractional differential equation. Then they use machine learning on stochastic fractional differential equation. Then they use for outcome. That means no clarity on what is the project you want to have. Even just 2 lines I'm talking about do's and don'ts. This is the 80% I'm telling you. This is the thing happening. It is easy for the committee to reject. Only thing, our entire success rate is out of 100 projects. The success rate is only 10 projects. Among these 20, which are probables, among the 20, we need to select the 10. For that, we need to go and think and discuss and, 2-3 days of discussion and finally we arrive at. Look at the credentials, whether he is okay. Now, that means that it's very important for you. That means most of the thing, 80% of the projects out of 100 are rejected basically on these issues, which the committee can quickly find out. The whole discussion, final summary will be on this 20. Out of this 20, I have to get only 10%. Please understand. Just I want to give you that. Everywhere it is only 10%. In some exceptional cases, 10 will be going to 12% or 15%. Then in overall it will be getting adjusted because the money is coming from the center, and they have to distribute to different projects. So one project, one particular thing cannot have an infinite this thing. And another important thing, some of them are thinking that, oh, I have very good publications. I have last 5 years, because normally in the project proposal writing, they ask you, I have a very good list of last 5 years publication. I have a very good publication, last 5 years. Even overall publication is also more. My number is also more. Then I have a SEA or whatever, this one, Google Scholar, H-Index, or whatever you put it and everything. So definitely whatever I write the project. I get the project. No. That is why the proposal is very important. Just because you are looking at your publication, whatever you write in XYZ, thinking that because of my publication, I should get the project, that is also fundamentally wrong. The thing is, you have a public, that's because your publications combined one, what is the proposal? That is very important. That's what from the beginning I am telling you. You have some idea, novelty. It should not be a routine work. You are getting into a new research. It need not be totally a new idea, a new way of telling. For the existing one, you are making it more simpler, a new way of telling. Or you are adding up a new theory into that. You are adding up a new kind of experiments into that. Or you are adding up a new numerical model into this. So you have a different way of looking at that particular problem, and you want to write a proposal on that. So the proposal stands a very, very important, this one, how your proposal. Not that some of them are writing one paragraph, I want to do it on, and don't give any generic title. Many of them are giving generic title. A project, what is that? Some of the projects are devising a numerical method for solving, devising a new numerical method for solving partial differential equation. How come? Devising a numerical method for solving partial differential equation itself is a huge area. It's a completely huge area. Which is differential equation? What type of equation it is? What dimension you are talking about? What is the new numerical method you are this one? And what is the title says? It is a title, clearly it says that it is a numerical solution of all types of equation. Your numerical method will solve. How? Never happened. By looking at the title itself, we'll say that it is not, it is impossible. So, just like that, giving some names, random names, without knowing what is the project. If you are serious about your project, you automatically come out with a precise title of the project. Don't think that you have a huge number of papers so that you automatically, whatever you write, you get the project. No. The proposal is very important. So first point in your proposal should be what is the project theme and what is the proposal. After the proposal, what is the main idea? What motivated you to come to this particular project? What motivated you? So you give some literatures, nice literatures. Then you say that this is the important problem. So I have a list of objectives. I have a lot of objectives. Is a broader one. It's a very large objectives are broader in this thing. So I have excellent objectives, and you put objectives and a broader one. Then you say that what are all the things you are going to deliver. Why you are motivated to do these things. You are committed. Yes, I do this. In order to do that, next first is the proposal thing. Second is how are you going to approach? Because it's a project. It's a 3-year project. So you cannot do it when you are writing a proposal. You may not have the solution, but you have an idea about what is the approach. How are you going to approach? A skeleton of approach is very important, so that the committee clearly tells that you have a clarity on the problem. You have the clarity on what you are going to deliver. You have the clarity on what is or how are you going to approach. Then what are all the things you are going to deliver? That's it, sir. That's it. Your proposal should be come out of your natural research. Automatically, you yourself will put a title, you put a clear-cut idea how to project. So if I have a new idea, okay, then you know what to present, how to put things. If you want to have a new direction of thought, need not be totally a new. Please understand. Existing one, you are telling it in a different this thing, and so you need not be a totally. But you are giving a new look at your project. Then what are all the deliverables? Why you are basically thrilled by this project? Your enthusiasm thing should be reflected in your project. So in order to substantiate it, you need a publication. You want to show that yes, I am expertise in this area. You cannot have a project which you never worked for this many years, and suddenly you are telling that I am going to work on artificial neural network or artificial intelligence or ML or a fractional differential equation, because all your works. What is the way you are substantiate? How do we believe that you have expertise in that area? Because it's not for the school project or a BTech project. It is a funded project, sir. So you need to substantiate with your publications, not with the OPA publications. So that is important. After that, we were connecting everything. How, in what, or in which year, 3-year plan you give us. After 6 months, what are you going to deliver? After 1 year, what are you going to deliver? Put a bar chart clearly, telling that this is the way which my project is going to be executed. Then what is your budget? Nobody knows about. Actually 80% another important thing is, if the budget, don't think that whatever I write, they give the budget. No. Budget should be on what purpose? You have to be very clear about. Is it on consumables? Is it on hiring a junior research fellow? Is it on hiring a senior research fellow, like a postdoc? Is it on buying some equipments? Is it on some travels? Is it on some contingency? Or is it on any other expenditure which you want to do? So your budget and justification, because many of the cases we have seen that at least 40% of the cases, they just wanted to have some project. So they put a minimum of 5 lakhs. Some numbers they write without knowing that for what purpose the budget thing is very, they are not planned. It's very clearly say that they are not planned. If they know that what are all the things, they ask for the budget correctly. It need not be exactly the same, but at least it will be in a proper budget. So the budget is fundamentally the important thing. Don't take it for a ride. The 10% what you are selecting, all this will have an excellent connectivity. They will say that I am using this much money for this much money for this. I will support the utilization certificate and this thing, and I need the release of the money on this basis. Budget calculation should be all are absolutely connected, sir. You have a fire to have a proposal, a kind of proposal. You have a fire to have whom we can collaborate. Then automatically that person becomes co-PI, co-principal investigator. You become a principal investigator. Then what are all the things you are giving an excellent idea about the area, the broader area of this research. Then excellent idea about the literature. Then what is lacking? So far, what is in the research, it is limited. Okay, what are all the limitations? And what is the kind of challenge? And how are you going to have this objective? And what is your motivation? And what are you going to deliver? Then you are going to tell the approach. This is the skeleton approach. This is the way which we are going. If approach 1 is failing, then approach 2. So we are all different approach strategies which we are going to do. Then once that is over, how are you going to substantiate with your previous work that has come through your publications? Then your co-PA will be respected. Then how all these things you need in order to do all these things? What is the kind of budget you need? For what purposes you need? It will come out clearly like that. But then they will say that, and they will completely put out their CV and everything, and they say that this is the way where they are going to write. This is the way every project has to be thought about. Okay. Sir, how many minutes I have, sir? Another 5 minutes?
Yes, sir. You can, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So now let me come to the CRG. One by one, I will touch upon. It's a core research grant. The CRG is for all engineering and science. So now it is a broader project. It's a 3-year project, and you can put your budget, okay? Because if your budget is slightly higher, and this one, core research grant, which is very important, you have a full freedom, but you have a budgetary things which you have to put it in here according to the specifications. You have to give the budgetary things. So what is important is the core research grant. What we see is that what is the new ideas, what is the novelty in your project, what is the kind of the new thought, because these are all important, because finally SERB is also having the best researcher award. Based on the successful project, some of them will be getting a best research award. It's a huge grant again. So in this case, there is no restriction on your budget. You don't need to restrict for 15 lakhs. You can vary from 5 lakhs to, you can even vary up to 1 crore. You can 55 lakhs to, you can go to 50 lakhs to 60 lakhs to 70 lakhs to 80 lakhs. Absolutely not a problem, provided your budget has to be connected with your proposal. Substantiated with your publications. Then you are in that area. Now you cannot be a master of all different areas. You cannot touch too many areas. So what we see is a narrow down. We look at only not the horizontal. Your horizontal experience is not enough. We look at only the vertical. Along the vertical, how you are narrowing down. By giving this project to such a particular PA, what is the contribution we get from the Indian side? That is the way where we look at. So narrow down, not too many things. I do this also, I do that also, I do computation, I do artificial intelligence, I do this one. I not only one core, what is that? One particular objective. I deliver, what is that? I deliver this, I deliver the A, B, C, D, E. How can you deliver in all these things? Go vertical. What is your expertise? You first decide. How many of you in these participants you are sitting here? Can you, any one of you clearly tell? Do you know what is the kind of expertise in a what is that? In a very strong way, in a very authenticated way. Yes, sir, I am an expert in this area. I am one of the thing. I am creating that expertise. What is your own expertise? Can you come and each one of BA when you write? First of all, you have to clearly tell that in which area. In mathematics, I cannot be an expertise in all areas of mathematics. Please. If someone is asking me, I simply say that I am a computational mathematician. I do only computational PDE. Any problem, I look at it from the partial differential equation point of view. For that one, on your computational PDE perspective, and that too from connecting to a fluid dynamics thing, I am working on all the problems need to be connected with that. I do that. I am not an expert in algebra. I am not an expert in number theory. I am not an expert in probability. I am not an expert in stochastic processes. Computational partial differential equation related to fluid dynamics, models, numerical simulation. Then I do high performance computing. That's all are computing related. Modeling. Basically, I'm on the modeling problem. Look at it from the PDE model point of view. Then that is my strength. We will not deviate from that. I'm not expert in fractional differential equation. So what is your expertise as an individual? Can you tell clearly that I am this expert, sir, I am working on this, or someone I am collaborating, sir, he is also publishing, so I will have a paper with him so that I get a publication. Sir, I am working with him. I am also having publication in another area. So you are showing publication in too many areas. What is the use of that? What is the narrow down? You narrow down your expertise, please. So CRG is a it's a excellent funding. There is no restriction on that. But you have to be we look at the PA's how depth he or she. What is the narrow down area they wanted to this one? We will do various levels of checking. Yeah? When your project is applied, you will be given some list of experts working in this area. Your project will be vetted by one group, one or two experts. Then it will come to another level of program advisory committee in order to do the shortlisting. The first shortlisting for 0th level, first level, second level, third level only your approval. After the shortlisting, out of 100 projects, we will be telling that, like, let us take 50 projects, first level. Then these 50 projects will go to experts, another level of experts. Then we all sit, the PAC members will sit together. Then it will go to another level. Finally, they file down to the 20. Then the 20 will go to another level of expert. Then finally, it will come to the final selection, the 10. So all these levels, your PA's narrow down thing will be checked thoroughly. His expertise should be on the vertical one. First of all, how many who are in these participants can you clearly tell about this is my area, this is the one which I am expert? Because we are all teachers, please understand. We are all teachers. We are all working in an institute where teaching and research are important. We are all working in an institute where our promotions, our career is depending upon our research and come teaching. And one of the component of your research is a sponsored project, through which the SERB is identifying your expertise in this area. So, CRG. Another thing which I will just tell, power project. I don't know how many of you are promoting opportunities for women in exploratory research, because it is 2 levels. One is 60 lakhs for 3 years. Another is 30 lakhs. It's only for women. It's one of the excellent initiative. And with that, there is a power fellowship and power mobility. So I am the member. 2 weeks back, we have a selection committee on the power project for women scientists, for women researchers. It's another 60 lakhs flat, please understand. You put the budget and a maximum of 60 lakhs, another is level 2, so the maximum of 3 lakhs. And they try to encourage people from not only, please do not think that if someone is applying from IIT or IISc, they only get no NIT, otherwise by private universities, they don't have that notion. The committee will look at all the projects at one particular this thing. Because when you have a lab, when you have the system, your institute should have a facility to do that. Suppose if I am giving you 80 lakhs project to an institute, private institute, and when you don't have a proper infrastructure to accommodate your equipment, how can we promote this project? That is also important. An institute where they don't have basic facility to have even electricity or proper electricity supply and everything. And if you say that I do 80 lakhs project here and I can have equipment here, then who will take care of this? That is also very important. All these things are well connected. So the power project is very important and very good because we don't get many projects from women researchers. We are encouraging the women researchers to apply. There is no, but only thing for CRG, power, please understand, for all these projects, one has to be a regular faculty at your connected institutes. You should be a regular faculty. You cannot be a temporary faculty. You should be a regular faculty. That is why we need the authentication from that. Not that anyone can apply. You should be a regular employee of that institute, regular employee of the university, regular employee of any organization, wherever you are working. It is not applicable for any other thing. Another is the matrix. Matrix is another interesting mathematical research impact-centric support. Some of them are writing the project like, whenever we receive the matrix project, they think that it is matrix, MATRIX. Without understanding, sir, I am applying for matrix, MATRIX project. Without knowing the name of the matrix project, you are writing MATRIX. How can you say that this is fundamentally that is wrong? You are not read what is matrix is about. Since you remember only matrix, MATRIX, you do that. This is basically mathematical research impact-centric support. Projects can be of many different domains. But what is interesting in this matrix is it is a 6 lakhs for 3 years, 2 lakhs per year, plus 60,000 as overhead, 20% overhead. 20,000 per year goes to the institute. Totally 60,000 goes to the institute. The matrix project, you don't need to do any budget. It is flat 6 lakhs. Absolutely flat 6 lakhs. Every year 2 lakhs. So what is that flat 6 lakhs? There is no budgetary there. This one also. Only thing, your proposal for 2 pages is enough. Along with your recent publication is good enough. You don't need to have a detail. What is your proposal? What is the thing you have? Immediately you quickly write, because some of the mathematicians, what they do is they find it, some of the researchers, forget about mathematicians. Some of the researchers, they will be a bit lazy in good research, applying in putting in too many budget and everything. So what they do is they have some ideas. They wanted to just script it off and send it to. You don't need to worry about budget. Just 2 pages of your strong proposal. What is the thing you are going to work on? What is the objective and what is the thing you are going to work on? What is that your publications? Substantiate with your publication. 6 lakhs, straightforward. What is the advantage of this money? You can go abroad. In CRG, you cannot use that money to go abroad. In CRG, you cannot use the money to bring abroad collaborator from abroad to come here. Whereas in Matrix, you can use the money for you to go abroad, stay with a top research lab, use this money for such collaboration. Or if your collaborator wants to come here, use that money and pay his stay and everything for his this one, because our institutes may not be able to give such a support. They may give a local hospitality, but for the collaborator to come here and do with you, stay with you, you need to pay travel, everything. It's a very flexible thing. Matrix. It's a quick. Just recently we completed, and the new notification is also coming. And now those who have got the matrix, now they are basically information has been given to them. So I am in that matrix. Then another important thing which I wanted to touch upon is accelerate Vigyan. I don't know how many of you know about accelerate Vigyan. It is there are two things: Karyashala and Vritika. It is also a very quick project, maximum of 5 lakhs. Okay, Karyashala is conducting a like a FDP, okay, or a workshop on a research thematic topic. Conducting a workshop for a week, or maximum of 2 weeks. 5 lakhs flat. It is to conduct this workshop. And Ritika, another one is your interns. Suppose if you want to invite intern students and you want to pay them per month 10,000 and this one for your interns, and this will be over in intern means 3 months. Correct? Intern means 3 months. The money in intern is less because you are paying to the interns. How many intern you want? Then for Karyashala to conduct the workshop, you have 5 lakhs. It's a last time there were about 400 plus applications for each one of that, and we have cleared more than 100. The success rate here is 50%. 50% get this opportunity, not 10%. It is 50%. How many of you know about this Karyashala and Vritika? Please go to the site and see. Already the call for has come. It is for conducting the workshop. It is a kind of training program in your place you are conducting. Second thing is Vritika is mainly the one only for the interns. One is 5 lakhs, and depending upon number of interns, your money will be sanctioned. It's another interesting thing. So you are basically, you can outreach your research. It's basically you are helping your institute so that you are outreach, you are reaching the other this thing through which you can do that. It's a very simple applications. It's not that difficult. So I just
Sir, sorry to interrupt you. Can you please reiterate on Karyashala? Which institutes can apply? I'm sorry, I missed it because I had a signal lag. Can you please re-explain?
So, madam, Karyashala, basically, we have 3 types of institutes, madam. One is institutes of because the sanction goes in this way. We have institutes like IITs, NITs. They are all central government funded. These are all one group. State universities are another group, and third group is basically on the private universities. So what we normally do is we have some percentage. It's not that all the proposals are going to, if the proposals are good, it goes to only to all of them go to IIT or NIT. Not like that. So we have some percentage on this thing, some percentage of state universities, some percentage of private universities. Normally, we don't give it to the private engineering colleges because engineering colleges are treated as, in general, as a teaching. That is not research. But if it is a university, so they are attached with research and teaching. So all 3 categories are given.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. All three categories, but those classifications, that is also in the application. You can put it and we will classify. So they are all from
Good
this
evening, sir.
institute. Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Hello?
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, my name is Neha Shukla, and my core research area is VLSI design. And
Okay.
in that area, I have proposed an idea that I can make a EEG machine, measurement machine. That signals
Yeah.
biomedical signals. So I
Yeah.
have a master's in VLSI, analog VLSI. So in my master's I have concluded that by using folded cascode technology we can improve the gain, so that can be used in this EEG machine measurement, so that we can tackle the problems of psychiatrists
Yeah.
and
But
other.
I want to know, are you a regular employee or are you a regular faculty in some institute?
Yes, sir, I'm from Himachal Pradesh, Arni University,
Are
in
you
Katkar.
are you a PhD holder?
Sir, sorry, but I am only MTech with the 4 year of teaching experience.
No. You should be a PhD.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
That's important. So next I come to this one and another SIRE. How many of you know about SERB, International Research Experience? It's another excellent SIRE stands for SERB, International Research Experience. So this is the one which I'm talking about. It's another excellent this one for the regular faculty who want to spend 6 months, maximum of 6 months abroad. All the travel from here, your visa charges, your flight charges, your complete stay, your fellowship, everything is a very good money. If one person goes to Germany, all these things, 2,500 plus euro per month, plus your visa, plus your stay, plus everything is given. You have a professor who want to collaborate and you have this and substantiate with what type of, that's what I'm telling. Again and again, you have a proposal. And you are collaborating with these collaborators, Western or foreign collaborators. They don't just accept you just because the foreign collaborators will understand only when, if you are writing someone in Germany or US, they will understand that, okay, we work on this particular problem. So then you are emerging as a collaborative research. Then for this we fund. Otherwise, you may not be having a chance to go there, and your institute should give you a guarantee that if it is approved, institute will give you a leave. Immediate project sanction, sir. Many recently we were there, and people are now flying. 6 months maximum. 6 months in collaboration where India is giving a money. That money is really huge. Even your foreign counterpart cannot pay such a money. How many of you know about this? So what I am saying is, I have now explained because already it's time.
Yes,
so
sir.
what I am trying to tell you is, I don't know how many of you have all these many projects, whether you and some of you always have that it is only to IIT or NIT it will be given, or no. And whenever the projects are given, it looked into top institutes, state universities and private universities, where for all these things, if I'm talking about Karyashala, even in order to conduct a workshop, they look at what area I am doing. It should not be you want to write someone has written what is that? Karyashala, that means a 2 weeks program. Mathematics for engineers. Come on, mathematics for engineers is taught in your curriculum. This mathematics for engineers, mathematics for all these things, that is in your textbook. What is your expertise? You want to have an outreach initiative so that your research is visible, so that what your current research is visible to your participants. So, how many of you know about all these type of projects and suddenly telling that I write 80%? I am telling you just for your promotional things, you without knowing what is thing, using some important keywords without knowing any credential. First of all, have good credentials. It's very, very important. If not now, at least make sure that you have a good publication in SCA Index Q1 journal. Nowadays they call it a Q1 journal with this thing. Have at least 1 or 2 papers. You don't want 100 papers or 200 papers. 2-3 papers in the recent past is good enough for you to substantiate your thing. And you are not publishing in hurriedly. Everything you want to do it hurriedly. I want to show the paper so that I want to get a promotion. And wherever there is a possibility, I work and get a promotion. This way, this project cannot be worked, sir. We are not giving you project for your promotion. We are giving project for your good research. Please understand.
Sir, which funded agencies are there for education research, sir?
Sir, for educational research,
related to the arts.
even SERB is doing all these things for the educational on the research education. That is also there as a part of it.
Yes, SERB.
SERB. SERB is the biggest funded thing, sir. Please understand.
Okay, sir.
The largest funding, public funding agency is the SERB.
Sir, can you elaborate?
Whereas if you go to CSIR, there are small projects. CSIR cannot give 50 lakhs and that. They will give only and very
15 lakhs, 30 lakhs, or 25 lakhs only, sir. Yes.
Sir, what about?
Can you please elaborate the SRG, sir? Startup Research Grant.
Okay, sir. Startup Research Grant is again for. Don't think that it is a startup, but it is not like that. Startup Research Grant is for the young faculty. Young faculty who have joined the institute who are less than 40 years or 35 years. And when they join the institute, then they may not get this one. In order to initiate their research work going, it takes some time for the institute to have the lab and everything. So they give you the startup research grant. Like in IITs, all NITs, we give seed money. When the faculty is joining, they are given seed money of 10 lakhs to 15 lakhs. So there is a proposal. It's not that straightforward seed money. There is a proposal and a research proposal where you are going to tell that it is a deliverable, so that individual institutes, even NIT-Miz, we are giving seed money of 2 lakhs for all the, meaning when you come and sit and you want to start your this thing, you need some simple equipment and simple whatever minimum thing. So in order to and make you to continue your work, because this process will take some time to get the funding. In between that, this is basically a startup research grant for the young faculties.
Sir, which are all the funding agencies giving more preference or only preference for women's?
See, funding agency SERB is one of the highest, because that the power project, please do not leave it. It is a very, you should have a strong proposal, as I told you, and power project is because from women scientists, the number of applicants are not that much. In order to encourage power fellowship, then power mobility. Through your power project, there is another concept called power mobility. That you should have a power project. That fund, you can use it to go abroad for collaborators. You can. It's called power mobility.
Evening, sir.
Sir,
Sir, namaste. Sir, actually, so I am Professor Gopinath Polai from Bhubaneswar. So,
which
you are
institute, sir?
my, sir, you are my teacher at IIT Kharagpur in the year 1999.
Oh,
I'm very much excited to see you. Actually, sir, I am working as a professor in State University, actually.
oh, very good, sir.
Sir, namaste, sir. So
Namaste.
actually, I have also done many projects, actually. So I have also published many papers, around 181 number of papers in ACI. Also, I have produced 10 number of research scholars from PhD side. And sir, actually, I have seen, so the many projects are students and faculties, they're getting with respect to hardware components. Very difficult to get the project with respect to software, actually, for mathematical modeling like that, actually. What is your view, sir, with respect to same, sir?
No, sir, I don't agree with meaning your perception is those who work on modeling and numerical work, they get the project. Is it that one or?
Yeah, no. So I have seen, I am belongs to electronics, actually, sir.
Okay.
So I am working in the field of computer science, actually. I have seen the faculties who are getting the projects, those who are working in the hardware component, actually, to developing software of IoT devices.
No,
Devices, sir.
no, never. Sir, never like that. It is all.
Sir, you are saying the equal
sometimes-
importance you are giving both hardware as well as software.
No. See, for example, in electron, we know that there are in ECE, there are the people working on communications. Okay, they go purely on numerical and what is that kind of simulations. But the people who work in devices, for example, semiconductor devices and that variant semiconductor devices, this one. Now, if you look at this one, communications will have large number of publications, but devices also. But there, if you look at nowadays, we look at how many Q1, Q2, the Q1, Q2 things, the devices part will be more. That is why you are thinking it like that. But otherwise, if you are, sir, I have 100 or 200 publications, but all SEA index is not enough. That's what I want to say. I wanted to say the Scopus index or SEA index is not enough. Is it a Q1? How many Q1? What is your recent one? Is it connected to your proposal, what you are doing? Then whether from there you are able to take out. Then sometimes what you do is when you are keep on publishing, then you will not have a new novelty in your project. That's the main thing which we are suffering. So the people are working, you keep on publishing, it will be a routine work. Sometimes we will conclude that it is a routine work. He may be having papers, but there is no new thoughts will come out. That is the way where we put down the project.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you again. I am proud of you to see after 24 years, sir. Thank you, sir. Namaste.
Thank you.
Yes, Gerizim, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, some few professors, they have asked some doubts, sir. So which agencies extend funding for management projects, sir? One professor asked this question.
Yeah. See, management kind of thing, there is not, what is that, separate agency for that. For management, you have to bring it under SERB, under sciences only. Even in matrix, we have economics division and management also. Sometimes you do the statistical thing and what you want to do, you can bring it under that. So it's all come under science and engineering. So what I wanted to say to answer your question, there is no separate management related funding agency to fund the management on all these things. even the proposals from IIM and Indian Institute of Management and some of these management institutes, because if you look at management, they do a lot of operations research. They do quite a few number of data science. They do so a lot of economics. They do a lot of time series. So they do data. So what they do is they get into that that particular area and they submit the project. But please understand, let it be management, let it be science, or let it be engineering, let it be economics, whatever. SERB is the highest public funding, what is the sponsored project funding agency. DST, when you go to DST, there are some specific things, meaning sometimes these projects will be related to the institutes. You develop a lab in the institute and they fund it. So they want to bring that fund to the institute. So they identify one faculty and one collaborator, then they develop it. So they have that center there. So when individual is writing the project as a PI, the SERB is the best one.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. So many of them asking some doubts.
Management is a generic word, madam. Actually, in management, are they doing operations research? Are they doing statistics? Are they doing, econometrics? Are they doing classical economics? Are they doing psychology based? Even in Matrix, we have a psychology team, meaning psychology team in the sense that the experts in that one, where the projects are submitted, it will come to that. That is also possible.
Sir, last question. Sorry for disturbing you, sir. Again and again. Sir, I am working on the field of outcome-based education and machine learning. So I am developing a new kind of machine learning model for outcome-based education. On this particular field, sir, which category will be applied, will be easy for applying for this thing?
The type of topic which you are telling, please understand, you are all telling is basically for a kind of, it's not a project, it is kind of a national mission. Meaning, it is not an individual project, it is kind of national mission on highlighting the importance of machine learning in this thing, so that this idea is widespread across India, so that you have a good outreach and many people are well trained in that. That is the idea, sir. It's a national program.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a national program. So DST is supporting that. If you have an excellent project on national program, so we had a project on national program on differential equations and computation. It was a 5 years project, and our aim is to develop, go to the differential equation and to across the India on different remote colleges, go there, go and teach importance of differential equation, importance of computation, importance of studying this. This is a 5-year program headed by IIT Bombay, and all of them we are connected. We went across India and we developed that is under national program on differential equation. It was something like a 10 crore. So your idea is to have such a national program. In order to do that, you should know, you should show that, yes, I can be the anchor for this.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Sir, very good evening, sir. This is Dr. Kannan from Tamil Nadu.
Yes,
most of research funding agency from engineering and science and mathematics. My area of research, English language, particularly tribal literature. Any funding agents from tribal literature?
Yeah, it is very much there, sir. And you have to get into, because you will be easily getting the project, because there is no such proposals or this thing. And we have this one, that is especially not in SERB directly. We may have to this one. But you can, what is important is you can, there is a DST. And in the DST, this one, you have such a SERB, it's not direct. We may have to go through certain. What I wanted to say is that something related to general audience, it should be used. Something you have to bring in. Then SERB will take it up. Otherwise, you have this funding possibility only through DST, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. This is a wonderful explanation. Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah, but
Hello.
you have everything. But if you want, you write to me. I will give the link. That's
Sir,
all.
one more question.
That is also I can do.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
We are delighted to have such an excellent talk from Dr. Sundar. Sir, I want to know, I am a PhD student in chemistry. I want to know any supporting agencies or funding agencies which support PhD students
No.
individually.
No.
Okay.
You have to come through someone's project where they have a JRF, number one. Suppose in your home, this thing, some faculty are having funded projects like CRB. Then if they have a position on JRF, you can apply. But as such, for PhD scholarship, there is no separate. But in order to give the PhD scholarship, if you are written the CSIR, what is that exam, you get a CSIR scholarship. Only thing, you identify a faculty where you can go and join as a PhD, but the CSIR will fund you. NBHM fellowship, PhD fellowship is also available, but it is for mathematics. Then you have Inspire fellowship. So that is also available for all fields for PhD students. Only thing, you get the Inspire, you identify the institute, take the certificate saying that, yes, I am Inspire fellow. And if they take you, then wherever you join, they will the fund will be given to you. But as such, you need to clear all those exams. Inspire or CSIR or NBHM, all those exams you have to clear. Otherwise, in order to get this scholarship, because some faculty will be having the funded projects through which they can hire junior research fellow, JRF. And if you are applying on your field, if it is matching, and they can give you the job. Otherwise, for PhD students, without all these things, in order to get the scholarship, it is not possible.